Good evening and welcome back to Pooch Patrol TV. We have some more breaking news, and today we're going to be talking about the latest trend where people are turning from dog collars to dog harnesses. This in itself is not an illegal move, but people are forgetting to put dog ID tags on their harnesses. Now, this isn't a problem if you are wearing both a dog collar, which has the original tag on, and a dog harness. Where the problem is lying is that people are taking off their collars and just using a harness. Now, this is particularly important for smaller breeds, as collars do tend to put pressure on the windpipes and can lead to health problems. But pet owners need to understand that it is the actual law to have a dog tag or dog ID or something similar on their dog at all times, whether it's on the collar or the harness. This doesn't matter. But if you are swapping from a collar to a harness whilst out on a walk, you do need to have this identification on your dog at all times. This was a law from 1992 and the Control of Dogs Order for Scotland, England and Wales, and it states that a dog must wear a collar with a identity tag on it at all times in public places. There are some exceptions to this rule, which includes working dogs, such as guide dogs, sheep dogs, police dogs, dogs like that. But if you are in a public place and you just have a normal pet, a normal dog, you are required to wear some ID. So don't forget, if you do switch from a collar which you take off during a walk and you're just going to be using a harness, you must put that ID on at all times. Now, of course, the importance of this is if your dog gets lost, then if somebody finds it, it's going to be quite easy to give your dog back, especially since all dogs have to be legally microchipped as well. But just remember, there is also a financial punishment for this as well. You can have an unlimited fine and you can go to jail for up to 6 months if you fail to comply with this law. If we go back to 2018, a Cocker Spaniel was picked up without a collar on in Midlands. The owner had to have a fine of £50 with 50 costs and a £30 victim surcharge for admitting the offence. Now, an unlimited fine and a 6-month jail is just based on a level 5 fining process. So in reality, you probably won't go to jail and won't get a massive fine unless of course you are a repeat offender. But you do have to be aware that failing to comply to having some sort of ID on your dog does come with its consequences. So what should you put on your dog's ID? Well, the minimum requirements are your name, your address and your postcode, and some kind of contact number, be it your mobile number or your home number, for example. You can put your dog's name on there if you wish, but in light of theft at the moment, we probably won't recommend that, as it would help the thieves to steal your dog. But that isn't a legal requirement in itself, so all you need is your name, address and postcode number. This has to be on either a collar or your harness, one or the other, as long as the dog has some sort of identification, and should your dog go for a wander, you will be covered. Thank you for listening and stay tuned, and we will have more breaking news as it happens. Good night.